today is evaluation of surds. So these are the topics we are going to do: addition of pure surds, addition of mixed surds, and addition of conjugate surds. So let's start with addition of pure surds. Just a reminder, we said pure surds are surds which are like this. Surds which are like this: the root of 3, comma, the root of 5, comma, the root of, the root of 7. These are pure surds. So we are going to add these. So how do you add this? This, you just add the same as you do algebraic expressions. Let's say if you have x plus y, this cannot be added because the variables are different. So same applies. So take note of this. Take note. You can't evaluate that. You can't evaluate that. Take note of that, please. You can't evaluate it unless you've got something like this: x plus x. Things like this you can add. This is simply 2x. You can add these, not variables which are different. So same applies to pure surds. When you are adding, you simply add the radicals. Remember what I said? A number which is under the root is called the radical. So make sure when adding surds, you should make sure that the radicals under the roots should be the same. So if I tell you to add this, I tell you to add this, the root of 2 plus the root of 3. You cannot add this. This can't be added. You can't add, or you can't evaluate that, simply because the radicals are different. So this is what you should put in mind when adding surds. So when I give you this, 2 plus the root of 2, this can be added. This is simply 2 roots 2. The reason why the variables or the radicals under the roots are same, are equal. So let's try to add this. The root of 5 plus the root of 5 plus the root of 3 plus the root of 4. The root of 4 plus the root of 5. So adding this, the answer would be like this. You're going to factorize the radical which is common. So I'll factorize this. I'll factorize this, the root of 5. Then if I factorize this, I'll remain with this. 1 there. The 1 is just small. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Because I've got 3 root 5s. So I've just factorized the root 5. So as you can see, there are 3 root 5s. So that's the reason why I've done 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I've just factorized the radical which is common there. Then I'll remain with this plus root 3 plus root 4. So when I do that, I'll definitely have the root of 5. The root of 5 in the brackets. When I add that, I'll remain with a 3 plus the root of 3 plus the root of 4. So when I add that, I'll simply have 3 root 5 plus root 3 plus root 4. So that's the answer. That's the answer there. We have just added those sides which had similar radicals. So that's how you go about it. That's the answer. You can't add this expression because the radicals are not the same. All right. So on this one, we move. Let's go to addition of mixed surds. How do we add mixed surds? Addition of mixed surds. How do we add? All right, the same rules applies. So I'll just give one example on this one because I've explained very well on the addition. So let's do this. This is a mixed surd. This is a mixed surd. 2 root 2 plus 2 root 2. So how can you add this? The same method. Factorize what is common. Then you only factorize the surds. Don't factorize the coefficient of surds. Yeah. So on this one, I'm going to remain with a 2 plus 2 there. Going forward, I'm going to have root 2 in the brackets 4, which is simply 4 root 2. So that's your answer, guys. Another example, just to be quick. Another example. Let me say 3 root 5 plus 2 root 2 plus 6 root 5. So adding this, I know that there are radicals which are similar. The radical which is similar there, that like the common radical there is 5. So I'll definitely group the like terms. I'll do this. 3 root 5 plus 6 root 5 plus 2 root 2. Then I'll factorize the common radical, which is root 5. Excuse me. Root 5. Let me just do this. Root 5. When I factorize there, I'm going to remain with a 3 that side plus 6 in brackets. Then plus 2 root 2. Like this. When I add what's in the brackets, I'm going to remain with this. Sorry. I'll remain with this. Root 5. 9 inside there. Plus 2 root 2. So when I multiply root 5 by 9, I'm going to have 9 root 5 plus 2 root 2. So that's all. If you do this, it means you have gotten the question correct. The answer is actually correct. So let's proceed. Adding conjugates. Conjugate surds. Conjugate surds. So on this one, remember what I said? If you've in the last video, if you've got something like this, 2 plus 2 root 2, 2 plus root 2, the conjugate of this is simply this. This line actually is there to show you the conjugate. So when you see that line, just know that I'm talking about the conjugate. The conjugate of that, you just change the sign. If the sign is positive there in the original one, the conjugate should have a negative sign. So this would be 2 minus 2 root 2. So that one will look like an expression. Let me draw this. Again, that's a mathematics symbol. Okay, root 2. So the conjugate of this is simply 2 minus root 2. In the conjugate, you just change the sign. It means that's the conjugate. So adding the conjugate. For example, let me write example so that you are not confused. Example. Add this. 2 root 2. It's not clear. 2 plus root 2. That's the conjugate. You're going to add that with this. 3 plus root. Oh, excuse me. They like radicals. Group them. let's say you have got the root of 2 plus the root of 2 plus 3 plus 2. Then work out this. So I've done explaining on the basics, so I'll just be going direct. So that answer there is 2 root 2. When you add the root of 2's plus 5. So that's your answer. This is how you can go about addition of surds. This is enough on addition. So just to check your understanding, kindly leave this exercise. Enumerate task. That's the task. So kindly leave the answers of this task in the comment box. So add this 2 root 5 plus 3 root 5. The second one, add root 5 plus root 2 plus root 3 plus root 5. Add this 2 root 2 plus 2 plus 2 root 2 minus 2. So just answer these questions. Leave the answers in the comment box. Thank you.